Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. So today we're going to be looking at a member of the Bat family, aka Batgirl. I think Batgirl is quite focal to the entire Bat family because not only is she a superhero and someone who we can say is, in quote, related to Batman in regard to the Bat family, she's somebody who's been very pivotal in basically a lot of the games. If you look at Arkham Origins, the way that she was introduced to me was one of the better introductions of one of Batman's allies. They also did a good job introducing Jim Gordon himself, but this was actually pretty cool. And in Arkham City, you see that she's a very strong guide for Batman. She's there with him through all the thick and thin that he goes through, in that game. I don't know, for those of you who haven't played it, you should take some time to play Arkham City. It's a very good game, well-written story, nice progression, nothing out of the ordinary, but just a solid game by itself. And then by Arkham Knight, she is basically one of the, the major reasons that Batman makes some really strong decisions that he does. And he made very smart decisions as well, and basically comes out on top. But they also throw in a few things regarding Batgirl in, Arkham Knight, with the whole Killing Joke reference, and she also got her own DLC, which I think of all the DLC stories, A Matter of Family is actually the best one in my opinion, basically beating it like twice. And I think it was well done, well written, and the progression really did work for the character that she is. And so why do I think she needs to be in Gotham Knights? I think she needs to be in Gotham Knights because as much as Batman, cries that he likes to work alone, I'm a Batman fan, but I feel like I can say that. He basically has so many people that work alongside him. I guess he's the ideal superhero that, feels the need to always want to put himself in danger, but has so many other people that all love him. As much as he loves to make sure that, his own is protected, his own, is basically the people that love him the most and always want to watch out for him. And I don't think anyone, maybe Alfred is the only one that comes close to worrying about Batman as Oracle does. And so she provides a very nice emotional touch to everything because it really does, tell us how much Batman is vulnerable and how dependent he is on a character like this. If you think about it, how, very critical Oracle's role is basically. You're going to be able to, kind of see where that all comes from. And then if you even think about the comics with the Court of Owls, you think about everything else that, the animated series have shown regarding this character. She's also gone through a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, herself while being, a member of the entire Bat team. And so I think it will be a very nice, addition to the, to the entire game for Batgirl to be there, because if you also even think about a lot, this is basically the first of the Arkham games that we could play a character like her. And, to me, that's a little disappointing because as much as we do have a very good selection of characters, don't get me wrong. I mean, goodness, we have 7 here. I still feel like, we would have benefited from being able to kind of, explore other characters in other games. But, those other games did have their storylines. But this is the one where she really did play a very critical role in Arkham Knight. And so putting her here was actually quite interesting. And also quite critical too. I feel like it's a good thing that they did put her here, but I feel like it will be much more of a better thing since we're hearing about this Bat family that she is actually there playing a critical point because she's a beast. I mean, the madness that, this character brings when it comes to, combat, when it comes to, even predator takedowns and all that stuff, that will really be that will be really cool to be able to kind of diversify how many players, how many playable characters you can use and how their own different styles, come into play, because she really does have her own different, style of how she approaches things. And one thing that I would say, and which is a critique to Arkham Knight, is the way that they designed her. There wasn't too much depth, with her abilities. I think she was just kind of bare bones in the way that she is. But I guess other characters are bare bones if they're not Batman, if you understand what I mean. But then, I feel like she should have gotten a lot more, because if you go to the clock tower in the game, remember, she has her own, room with her own suit, and she's, very much in touch with the R&D side of things with Lucius Fox. So I feel like she should have gotten the hookups with, a very, very solid arsenal of gadgets. Now, Are we going to see something like that in the next game? I hope we do, because having waited 7 years, each character better be, sneezing, wicked gadgets and wicked abilities all through the course of the game. Anyways, that's basically my thoughts on this whole issue with Batgirl as a member of the Bat family, and how much I'm looking forward to seeing her in the next Batman game. And I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section. I'm going to be talking about the other characters, and I feel like they're all interesting and they're all dynamic in their own way. And if we can see some of them or even all of them and much more, I think it's really going to make for a solid game. I think it's going to make for a game that has a lot of replayable value and a lot of things that you can do with it, and how you can experience the other characters, in context of a video game. Anyways, that's it for me. Like I said, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Peace out.